okay? Good morning. How's everyone doing this miserable morning? We're gonna warm ourselves up, guys. Everyone, make sure you have weights or cans or bottles or something. If you don't have any or you don't want to use any or you have a shoulder issue or anything, you don't need any, that's fine. And then that's kind of all we need. If you have a squishy ball, I'll give you a couple of little options with a squishy ball, but don't worry if you don't. All right, we'll get started in just about a minute. We're gonna start standing as usual. Let's get all set up. Okay, see if you can see me on here. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, we'll give everybody one more minute, or half a minute here. Perfect. Okay, guys. So grab those weights and come to standing. Don't need to be on your mat. If you're on, if you have a really squishy mat, I wouldn't be on your mat. If you have more of a yoga, a thinner mat, you can be on that one. We're gonna do a little balancing. So being on the floor, closer to the floor is gonna be better. So just stand nice and tall, shoulders down away from your ears. Give them a little roll back. Think of length through your spine. So really reach out through the top of your head. What is going on here? Hold on a second. There we go. Whoops, I'm sorry guys. Hold on, what happens to me? Get rid of that, and then this should work. Ah! My computer. Sorry guys, one sec. There we go. I'm back. Okay, so we're standing nice and tall, right? Nice even weight on your feet. So just have a little walk back and forth from right to left. Even weight. Legs are straight, not locked, and neutral. So you have that little space behind your low back. Your ribs are tight around your center. Take a nice couple of breaths and then just nice and controlled with your arms. You're gonna reach up, turn your palms to face the ceiling, open them out, turn them back down and lower. So going through that full rotation of your arm, pretty much you're going up, palms up as you open, palms down and back. Do that again. So go 6 like this, reaching those arms, rotate open, palms down and control. Now when you open your arms, don't bring them behind you. Don't need to arch your back. Keep those ribs tight around your center and then come back down. Go 4, up, reach, down, and control. Moving your arms from your upper arms. So think about your upper arm initiating the movement instead of just moving your hands in space. Think about that upper arm. Go 2 more like that. Up, rotate, open, palms down, down. 1 more. Up, open, palms down, control. Now go straight out in front and then stay. So arms at about shoulder height, shoulder distance apart, and then just start circling your arms. So small little circles. Again, moving from your upper arm. You don't want your whole body to be moving when you're circling. Just isolate. Go for 4, 3, 2, standing nice and tall. Last one, go the other way. Again, that nice smooth movement, controlling the circles. Go 4, 3, 2, last one. Turn your palms to face up, open your arms out. So palms are facing up to the ceiling. Bend your elbows in, bend your knees down, and then exhale, press, reach. Palms are facing up the whole time. So in, palms face up as you reach. Pull those elbows in and reach. So instead of just letting gravity pull your arms down and kind of relaxing through your arms, think of the tension. Triceps are engaged as you pull in, reach out. Thinking about that length. Go for 4. In and reach. Go for 3, pull in and reach. Last 2, in and reach. One more like this, in, press all the way out, and then bend in and extend your arms to 90 degrees. Have them right in front of you so they're just at nice little 90-degree angles. From here, come up just 2 inches and down. Keep those arms active. Up 2 and down. Go 4. Keep that core connected. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Press all the way up. Extend those arms nice and wide. Take a breath and then come back down. Bend and stay. From here, lift your right heel. Drop it down. Lift your left heel. And drop it down. Sorry for the banging if you can hear it. I did my girls' gingerbread houses to build during this time. I don't know what could be so loud. Up and down. Up and down. One more right, lift up. Drop it down. One more left, lift up. Drop it down. You ready? You're gonna lift both heels. Hold them up and then stand all the way up. Drop those arms. Take a breath. Keep your heels lifted. Bend low. Hinge forward that little bit. Exhale, press into your heels, standing up. So you're staying on your toes, bending. Exhale, press up. Inhale, bending low. Exhale, press. Go for 3. Exhale, press. 2. Hinging forward, press through each one of those toes as you stand. Go for 1 more. Press all the way up, hold at the top, drop those heels low, give your shoulders a little roll down, and pause. Okay, so from here, bend your elbows again, 90-degree angles. This time we're just gonna rotate out and then pull back in. So rotate and in. Good, so go 8 here. Get right out in line with your body. Feel that entire rotator cuff. And then back together. And again, 5. Control 4 more. Control 3. And in last 2. And in, and then go 1 more, open out. Stay there. So just reach your right arm out, not leaning away from it, and then pull it back in. Now just left. Reach and pull back in. Now reach with a rotation so your palm faces behind you. In, left, reach, rotate, and in. Do that again, right? And in, left, rotate, back in. Nice even weight in your feet, even waistlines, reach, and back. Go 1 more right. And in, 1 more left, out, back. In. Now let's go both arms. Twist them, grow tall, and pull back. Twist, grow tall, and in. Go 6. Pull in 5, reach, and in 4 more, reach, in 3, and back. Last 2, and in. Last 1, let's reach, pull them in, extend those arms, give your shoulders a little roll down. Okay, bend your knees, about 90-degree angles, hinging that upper body forward. Ribs are tight around your center, so you're here. Press through your right heel, this is your right, press through your right heel, connect through that whole right side of your body. So as you press into your right heel, you should be able to wiggle your toes around, those right toes. Think about your right glute engaging, your right obliques you should feel as well. Inner thigh, outer thigh, all working together. So with that, let's extend our left out to this side. So try to minimize this shift right. As you do that, there'll be a little shift, but don't go too big. Stay when you're out there. So take a breath. You're gonna bend those elbows in, hold, pull this arm in, barely tap, and then stand up. So you're gonna drop down low, tap that leg out to the side, staying nice and strong, barely tap down, standing up on your right. Do that again. Inhale down, hinging forward, out, in, barely tap, stay steady if possible, and up. Go 4 more. Out, pull it in, pressing all your weight through your right heel as you come up. Go for 3. Waistline, stay long, out, in, and up. Ready? 2. Out, in, press up. We've got 1 more. Lower, out, in, stand up, holding there. Your right leg is straight but not locked. Reach your arms in front, left leg comes up 90 degrees, and then tap it down, bring your arms down with you. Reach and lift, growing tall, tap back down. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, right leg is straight but not locked. And down, go 4. Growing tall, and down, barely tap. 3. Grow tall, barely tap. Last 2. And down, you ready? 1 more, let's go up. Holding right here, you ready? Arms out, growing tall, arms in. Arms out, growing tall. Watch that right knee, don't let it lock. If you're having a hard time staying balanced, just drop your toes down, that's fine as well. Go for 4, and in. Go for 3, reach, and in. 2 more, growing tall, and in. Last one like this, growing tall, open, pull back in, bend your right, drop your left leg down, your toes drop, arms bend. From here, kick that left leg in front. So you're here, left leg out, pull it in, stand back up like we did to this side. So we're dropping down, reach, pull in, and stand. Go 6, lower, reach, in, and stand. 5 more. Inhale down, in, and up. 3 more. Lower, reach, in, and up. 2 more. Reach, in, and if it feels like too much for your arms at any point, just drop those weights. In, and up. Drop down again. Inhale down, exhale up. Finish it off. We've got 6. Lower, and press almost all your weight in your right. Lower, and lift. 5 more. 4 more. Hopefully you're feeling that right glute, right inner thigh, outer thigh, all working together. Those obliques keeping you steady. 2. Last 1. Press up, drop that heel. Give those legs a little shake out. Good job, guys. So that was the right. We're gonna do the same thing on the left. Okay. Leg shake out. Same thing, left side. So let's bend down. This time have your palms facing up. So you're gonna be here. Take a breath. Press into your left heel, left inner thigh, outer thigh, and glute all engaged. Left obliques keeping you nice and steady. We don't wanna go over here. We wanna stay as straight as we can. So we're gonna go out with our leg, barely tap, in, standing up, and drop it down. So out, pull in, press through that left heel up, control down. And in, up, and then go 5 more. Exhale out, staying nice and strong. In, up, and down. 4 more. And in, exhale, press, and down. 3 more. Reach, and in, up, and down. Last 2. And in, up, and down. Last 1. And in, let's go. Up, drop down. Now we're gonna stand all the way up. Holding their left leg is straight, it's not locked. We're gonna reach our arms in front, up, tap down. Exhale up, keep pressure through that left, tap it down. Reaching, growing tall, and tap, finding that stability coming from your core, so your center, all the way down through that left leg, left inner and outer thigh working together, left glute, left knee is not locked. 3, barely tap. You ready? 2, and down. Go 1 more. Up, holding there. Keep that leg as high as you can. Left is not locked. Open out. Squeeze in. Reaching wide, growing tall, and in. Feel those collarbones staying open. Shake and balance, and in. Go for 4, growing tall, and in. 3, and in. Last 2, and in. You ready? 1 more. Let's go out, pull back in, drop those toes, just your toes. Still most of your weight on your left. From here, we're gonna reach forward with that right Left is bent, upper body is hinged forward. Pull in, barely tap, and stand. So we're gonna drop down, reach, in, and up. Go 6 like this. Down, reach, in, exhale, pressing through your left heel. 5, reach, in, and press. 4 more, keep that core connected. No arching your back, and up. Go 3. Reach, in, and up. Last 2. In, and up. Last 1. Reach, in, press up, drop back down. Lower, and up. All your weight in your left. And press. Long waistline. 6. Exhale, up. 5. Hinging forward slightly. Press through your left. 4. 3. Last 2. Exhale, up. Last 1. Exhale, up. And then give those legs a little shake. Good job, guys. Hope you're warm. Let's come on to our mats now. So have your weights handy. Lying right on down. Feet just about hip distance apart. Weights down by your sides. Okay. So have your palms facing up. Relax that upper body. Thinking about your ribs hugging tight around your center. You have that little space behind your low back, so you're in neutral. All right, no gripping through your hips or hip flexors, anywhere through there. Just keep those legs nice and relaxed. All we're gonna do to start is a couple of hip rolls. So pull your belly button into your spine. Here, you could just use your hip flexors to draw your hips, your pelvis back. Let's not do that. Think more about your abdominals. So belly button pulls into your spine as you roll your pelvis up. And then keep lifting all the way. Holding when you're in that lift. Think of your knees reaching out over the edge of your mat. Inner thighs are squeezing towards your midline. They're not touching, but feel that connection. And then slowly roll down. All the way to neutral. Hold there. Keep your ribs tight around your center. And then do that again. Belly button pulls in. Press through your heels. Reach those knees away. Inner thighs squeezing. Remember, your glutes are not squeezing together. They're engaged, but you're pressing into your heels to keep your glutes engaged. You're not squeezing your glutes together. There's a difference. Slowly roll down. 2 more like that. Belly button in, exhale, press knees, reach, inner thighs squeeze toward one another. Controlling all the way. 1 more. Belly button in, exhale, press, reaching, knees away. So let's stay right here. Grab your weights. Oops. Reach those arms back up to the ceiling. Reach them up to the ceiling, keeping those hips lifted. So nice even weight through your feet. Keep your hips a little rock back and forth. Feel that your weight is really even. Your knees are still reaching away. Now from here, we're gonna drop our hips down low, almost touch the mat, and then press them back up. So you're moving down in a plank. You're not rolling this time. Now let's add some arms to that. So we're gonna open our arms wide as we do that. Feel your shoulder blades are nice and flat on the mat. Keep your shoulder blades pressing into the mat as your arms reach up. So we're doing that again. Inhale out, exhale, press. Got it, go 5 like this. Wide and press evenly through those heels. Go 4, reach. 3 more, reach and press. Last 2, reach and press, and then go 1 more. Inhale out, exhale, press right up, holding at the top. You ready? We're just gonna open our right arm, keep your hips lifted and press up. Now just your left, right shoulder blade stays heavy on the mat. Left shoulder blade stays heavy on the mat as your right opens, keeping your weight nice and even in your feet. Inner thighs still squeezing toward your midline. Constant pressure through your heels to keep your glutes active. 1 more left. Back up, holding here. Now from here, we're gonna reach our arms overhead. Reach them back, keep your ribs tight around your center. Go back as far as you can keep your ribs tight around your center. So reaching down, you don't want your back to arch, you don't wanna do that. Arms up. Let's do that again. So drop your hips, reach your arms, go all together. Ribs stay tight around your center and up, no arching your back. Inhale back, really feel the control. Your ribs are hugging around your center and press. Go for 4. And 3. Exhale up. Don't forget about those inner thighs. They're still squeezing toward your midline. Last 2, reach and press. You have 1 more here, reaching back. Exhale, press all the way up and then roll down. Come through to neutral. Lower those arms down by your sides. All right, so from here, bring your hands behind your head. Head is heavy in those hands, elbows hovering off the mat that little bit, shoulders away from your ears. Let's tuck your chin and then curl forward to flexion. So when you're in flexion, you're looking towards your knees, right? Make sure your tailbone is still tipping away. You have that little space behind your low back, holding when you're here. So from there, all I want you to do is lift your right heel and then lift that leg up. So left hip is gonna stay heavy. The whole left side of your body is really gonna stay heavy, all right? Keep that core connection. Reach your right leg out, doesn't matter how low you go, and then pull it back in. So you're reaching, challenging those abs a little bit more. Left obliques have to work so that you don't shift your weight across, and then pull back in. Go for 4, just straight out. Doesn't matter if it's all the way straight, doesn't matter how low it is. 3, upper body is staying still. You're in that little hold. 2, ready. 1 more, reach away, pull back in, hold. Now we're gonna reach our left arm overhead as we reach this right leg in front. Left arm reaches, lower your upper body slightly, and then curl up. Left arm, right leg, so opposite, reaching right toes away from those left fingertips. Hold here, this is actually the hardest point. Take a breath, and then curl back in. Go for 6. If that doesn't feel like the hardest point, you're taking a break back there and letting your abs go. Try not to do that. That's the eccentric pull right here. Left fingertips reaching from right toes. Feel that connection and curl. 3 more. Inhale back. Exhale up. Go for 2. Reach and curl. You ready? 1 more. Inhale back, reach. Exhale, curling up. Hold there. Keep that left arm reaching down. Even weight on your hips. From here, you're going to kick your right leg on a diagonal out to the right and then pull it back in. So kick it out to the side, like to the far corner, to the right corner of your mat maybe. Just challenging those left obliques a little further. Keep this left arm reaching and then pull in. You've got 5. Keep that even weight on your hips. The wider you open your leg, the harder it's going to be to stay steady. You can probably feel that. Go for 3. Keep curling forward. Go for 2. And in. You're ready. 1 more like that. Reach it out. Pull back in. Lower those right toe ball heel. Hand back and lower your upper body down. Take a breath. All right. So we will do the same thing on the other side. So keep those hands behind your head. Head is nice and heavy. Tuck your chin. Curl forward. Holding there. Lift your left heel. Lift that leg up. We're going to really focus on keeping the right side of our body heavy, keeping our pelvis neutral. So just those reaches to start and then pull back in. Doesn't matter how low, doesn't matter if your leg is straight, you can just go out a bit. You're still getting a ton of core work. Reach and pull back in. The most important thing is that our pelvis is staying evenly weighted from right to left. So maybe you can reach your legs super low, but your hips shift. I wouldn't do that. Keep your hips still and go for a smaller range. That is the goal. Go 2 more, reaching away. And in 1 more like this, keep that upper body curling forward, abs are deepening, pull back in. You ready? We've got the right arm with this left leg. So reach away, hold, curl, and come in. Inhale out, and exhale, curl. We've got 6. Inhale back. 5. Inhale back. Exhale, curling. Keep that right hip heavy. 4. 3, reaching. Remember, this is the hardest point. Don't let it go. Last 2, head heavy in that left arm. Last one back. Exhale, pulling up, keep that right arm reaching. Now send your left leg out to the side slightly and then pull in, keeping your right hip heavy. Maybe you can't go as wide with this left leg as you did with your right. That's totally fine. I definitely cannot go as wide with my left. I'm really focusing on keeping my right hip heavy and then pull in. Exhale, 4. And in, exhale, 3. And in, keep that right hip heavy, 2. Keep curling forward, last one. Pull in, hand back, lower those toes, lower your upper body, hug those knees in, have a little roll around. I really hope you guys can't hear all this banging. I thought this was gonna be a nice quiet activity. I have no idea what they could be doing. Making so much noise building gingerbread houses. Okay, nice little roll around. And then have your feet down about hip distance apart. Again, make sure they're not too wide and make sure you can touch your heels with your fingertips. So palms face up, relax that upper body. So we're gonna press our hips up. We're not gonna roll, we're just gonna press straight up and stay. So pressing into your heels engages those glutes, right? Inner thighs are needed so that our legs don't flop open or fall in. So keep that connection as well. If you feel your back at any point here, make sure you bring your foot back down. I'm gonna give you an option, all right? So lift your right heel to start. This is where you can stay if you feel your back. If you would like to take this a little bit further, bring your right leg up, all right? Again, if you feel your back, toes down, totally fine. You can come all the way down, whatever feels good, all right? If not, let's go here. We're gonna drop our hips down, almost touch the mat. They're coming down together. Your right one is gonna drop first, don't let it. Bring them down together. Inhale down, exhale, press into your left back to this left glute, up. Inhale down. Go for 4 more, controlling the movement down. Lots of left inner thigh, keeping you steady. 3, 2, exhale, up. You ready? One more, inhale down, exhale, press up, staying at the top, reach that right leg out, lengthen, and then pull back in. Exhale, reach, and then inhale in. Go for 5. And back, go for 4. Press through that left heel the whole time to keep that glute engaged. 3. And back, last 2. Nice and relaxed through your neck. And in, 1 more, reach away. Pull back in, lower those toe, ball, heel. Roll all the way down to the back, to the mat. Take a breath when you're down there, take a second, find that center point again. Make sure you can touch your heels with your fingertips. And we're gonna press back up. So press into your heels, lift those hips, holding when you're up there. So right glute is the focus. Lift your left heel, stay there. Keep that left hip lifted. Right up. So holding with that left leg in tabletop. Remember, fine to stay down here as well. We're gonna drop both hips together. Inhale down and up. So that would look like this with your toes down. Same idea. This is a bit more of a challenge, but whatever feels good for you. Go 5, press through that right heel. Go for 4, ribs stay tight around your center. 3, right glute and hamstring, right inner thigh, all working together. 2. Last one, no, it's a hold for that right glute, hamstring, inner thigh. We're just gonna reach left. Pull back in, even weight on those shoulders. Relax through your neck, reach and in. We've got 5. And back, 4 more, reach and in. 3. And in, last 2. And in, last 1, reach, back in, lower all the way. Roll all the way down to the mat. And then hug those knees in, have that little roll around one way. Roll the other. All right, and then let's come on to our left side. Have a weight handy. So I'm gonna give you a couple options for some of this sideline stuff today. You can either be down here, which is what we often do, where you're just lying on your left arm. If you're new-ish to class, I would do this. I'm just keeping your nice alignment that way. If you want an extra challenge and you don't have any kind of shoulder issues, or elbow issues, you're welcome to try this. If you start to feel tension in your neck, just bring your gaze down. That should relax through there, all right? So either here or down. I'll do it up here so you can see today. So left elbow is pressing into the mat to keep this serratus and lat nice and engaged. We don't want to drop into this. If you're feeling like you're just doing that, just come all the way down, that's fine. Heels together underneath your sitting bones. We're gonna lift our right knee up and then hold at the top. So get as high as you can go without this right hip rolling back. Keep nice and lined up. I'm gonna keep my gaze down. So we're gonna go as high as we can and then release just an inch or so and then squeeze back up. So you're staying in this upper range. Go 8 little squeezes and 7 little squeeze. 6, just really nice and small, just feeling that side of your glute. That's your glute med. Go for 4, squeeze, 3, squeeze, 2, last one, squeeze it up, stay. Now you're gonna lower down, come almost to the mat and then back up. Inhale, almost, not to the mat, almost to your left leg and back up. Inhale down, exhale, wrap that leg back. You've got 6. And up, go for 5, controlling down and up. 4 more. And up, 3, exhale, up. Good job, you guys. 2, and up, stay, keep that left elbow pressing, stay strong through that left side. You ready? You've got 1 more. Up, now stay here. You're gonna lift your left hip and kick this leg out. And then you're gonna bend it back in. Keep this glute turned on, so you're keeping your turn up. You're gonna go here and back in. Keep going there if you're on your elbow. If you're not, you're just gonna reach this leg out and then pull it back in. Okay, so if we're up here and pull back in. Go for 5. Reach long and in. Remember, eyes down is nice for your neck. 4. Really think length through this right leg. 3. And in, last 2. And back, you're ready, 1 more, exhale, reach, pull back in, and then lower all the way down if you're not already. So heels stay underneath your sitting bones. Now you're gonna reach that right leg out again. Really think length. Rainbows, toes down to the front edge of your mat, and then toes down to the back edge. So your head is now resting on your left arm or a pillow, whatever feels good for you. Try to really relax through that neck. Let your head be nice and heavy. You're isolating. Now we have transverse, keeping your pelvis still as this leg moves up and down. Circle and circle. It's a little half circle, sorry. Go 4. And down, last 2, up and down. Go as wide as your mat or so. You want to be able to keep your hips still while still challenging yourself. And then hold in the middle, stay there, reach a little longer. Feel that waistline reaching both top and bottom. Now use up to the front edge of your mat, up to the back edge. Go 7 more, up, keeping that head heavy, up, 6, up, 5, up, 4, and up, 3 more, and lift, feeling that right glute, up, and up, last 2, and back, last 1. Let's go up, and then bend this leg all the way in, and lower right down. Okay, now stretch both legs out. Let's try and have our left arm straight. If you can, reach those toes away from the top of your head. Your left ribs are staying a little bit lifted. You're not going to just press them down as we work. Keep nice long waistlines. Have your right hand down in front of you, but try not to put all your weight into it. We're going to go right leg about hip height, left squeeze, and then lower down. You can lower just to a hover. If you want, you can lower all the way down and start right from the beginning, or you can just come to that hover and then go up, up, control. Good. So go 6 more like that. Up, up, control. 5, 4, up, up, control. 3, Last 2, squeeze, control. You ready? 1 more, up, up, control, and then go up and hold. So take a breath here. You're gonna scissor your legs. 1 leg forward, 1 back, and then switch. Keeping your reach. So toes are reaching away from the top of your head as you're doing this. Go for 5, switch. Go for 4. And switch, keep those legs lifting. 3. Last 2. And switch, last 1. Switch, and then end with your bottom leg forward. Now go up an inch, hold, down an inch, last 7. Up an inch, hold, feel those right obliques, I hope. And down, go 5. And down 4. And down 3. And down, last 2, get those, hold. And down, last 1, up, hold, legs together, and then lower all the way down. Whew. Okay, give your right glute a little stretch out, foot in front of your knee, hug behind that left knee, keep that right knee turning out to the side. Take a nice couple of breaths there. Feel that little stretch. And then have your feet down about hip distance apart, and then let's do a little rock back and forth. I mean, what is that banging?
Oh, he's crunching up cake. We will all learn.
Okay, maybe could we stop the crunching until I'm done my class?
Okay.
Thank you, Rose. Okay, let's switch back and forth. They're crunching candy canes, of course. I should have known. Okay, we'll come over to the other side now. So remember, if you were on your elbow, that's fine. If not, let's come down here. If that felt better for you, totally does not matter. Remember, if you're new-ish, I would stay flat. All right, or if you have any neck or shoulder issues. Heels in line with your sitting bones. So really feel that lined up, heels, sitting bone, shoulders, and then head. Looking down is nice to start. So we're just gonna go straight up, get that leg as high as you can without rocking that left hip back, and then come down just 1/2 inch and back up. Inhale down. Keep those ribs tight around your center and up. Go 6, little squeeze. 5, squeeze. 4, squeeze. So trying to keep that left glute engaged the whole time. You'll probably feel you're right because it's stabilizing and we already worked it. That's okay. 4, get this guy working as well. 3, 2, squeeze. Last 1, squeeze up. Now go full range. Control and up. Control and up. Keep those right ribs lifting. Go 6. Eyes down is nice, right? Relaxing through your neck. We don't want to feel any tension through there. 4, right ribs constantly lifting away from the mat. They want to do this, right? 3, last 2. We're going to do those kicks. Remember, you can do those lying flat. Just kick your leg out, or if you want, we will go into the lift. Lift, reach, and then pull back in with control. So pressing into your right arm as you kick, lift those right ribs. Toes are in line with your head, and then pull back in. Go for 6. And in with control. 5. Kick, and in with control. 4. Right elbow under your right shoulder. 3. And in last 2. Good work, you guys. And in last 1, kick, pull it in, and then lower right down. Keep those legs bent. You're gonna kick your left leg out, so keep your right leg bent. Holding when you're there. Think length more than anything. Toes reaching across the room. I'm gonna actually try and touch the back of my couch there. I'm gonna drop my toes down to the front edge of my mat and then bring them back to the back edge. So as I'm making those rainbows, I'm still thinking length. I'm reaching my toes away from the top of my head as I make those little rainbows. Up and down, up and down. Go for 4 more. Fine to have your hand in front of you for that bit of stability. You can reach your arm up for a little extra challenge if you feel like you can keep your hips still. 2. Last 1, up and down. Up and down, and then hold in the middle. So toes now in line with the top of your head. We're gonna go up the front edge of your mat, up to the back edge. So that U. The wider your U, the better. Doesn't matter really how tall it is. Think control up and up. Go for 5. Control down, resisting gravity as your leg comes down. Control. Control, go for 3. Go for 2. Up and up. Last one, let's go up and up, and then lower that leg all the way down. Take a little breath, and then we're gonna go straight with both legs. If you can reach your right arm straight underneath you, that's great as well. So thinking length again, right ribs are lifting off the mat slightly. Lift your left leg up to hip height, right leg, and then lower together. Remember, you can come down to a hover or you can rest each time. Up, squeeze, and control. Keeping that neck nice and long, head is heavy. Up, up, control. Go for 5. Up, up, control. 4. Control. Go for 3. Squeeze and down. Last 2. Squeeze and down. You ready? One more. Up, up, lower, and then lift back up to just as high as you can comfortably go. We're going to scissor one leg forward, one back, and then switch. Little scissor switch, keeping your hips as still as you can. Find to have your left hand down. Try not to put all your weight into it. If you are feeling tension in your neck, I would bring my hand down though. Try and relax that neck. Let your head be heavy. Toes are reaching as they're scissoring. You've got it. 2 more. And back. Last one. Let's scissor. Scissor back. Hold. You ready? Last 8 pulls. Up an inch and down an inch. So up, hold, down, hold. Up, hold. That's work. Down, it's still work. Go 6. Don't just relax down. 5. And control. 4. Control. 3 more. Feeling those left obliques. Feel that right inner thigh, left outer glute, and outer thigh. 2. Last one. Exhale up, together, lower all the way down. Okay, onto your back, left foot in front of your right knee there. Hug behind that right knee. Take a nice couple of breaths there. Holding for another breath. Keep that left leg turning out if that feels good. And then drop those feet down about hip distance apart. Let's just like go through those hip flexors again. So rocking one way with your knees, back up, and then the other. Just let your body move naturally here. Don't worry too much about where your pelvis is going. Just let those hips have a little. Relax one way and the other. All right, and then when you're ready, come up to seated, have your weights handy. If you have a ball, you can use a ball here, but you definitely do not need to. I'll show you with the ball to start. So just like we would do in class with our ball below, kind of tucked under us a tiny bit there. So that's what it will look like with the ball. If you're sitting up nice and tall, right against the ball, absolutely fine to do without it as well. So I'm gonna ditch it now to show you. All right, so weights, if you want, you don't have to use them. You can drop them at any point. So sitting up nice and tall to start, just reach your arms straight out in front of you, about shoulder height, about shoulder distance apart. So not too close, not too high, not too low. Take a breath. Now roll back. So if you have the ball, you're rolling towards the ball. If you don't, you're rolling back towards an imaginary ball, rolling your hips back and hold. So that's as far as I'm going. I could probably go way further if I was in a flat back, but I don't want to be in a flat back. I want to be in that round back. So feeling that little curve through your pelvis, your tummy scoops out, stay right there. And then we're gonna go arms up, pause, and then control as your arms come down. So arms get up, as your arms get up, it gets harder on your abs. So arms up, abs in, and then control. Go for 4. Control. 3 more. Exhale up, abs in. Last 2. It is much harder with weights. So if you feel your back or it doesn't feel good, drop your weights and try without. Try not to reach your arms up all the way. It doesn't matter how far you go. It does get quite a bit harder as you lift. Go 1 more. And then use those abs. Come all the way back to seated, nice and tall. Take a breath. Palms face one another. Sitting up tall. Scoop back, belly button in again. Holding there. Same little scoop. Right arm out to this side. And then bring it in. And then go left. Keeping your weight even on your hips. Back in. Right arm out. And in. Left arm out. And back in. Now let's open our right arm out to the side. Follow with your eyes. So now you're rotating back. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching as far as that feels good. And then come back through center. Do the same thing left. So opening out, your right arm is reaching forward as you do this. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. And then back through center. Do that again. Follow the weight with your hand with your eyes. Reach. And then back in. And now go left. Reaching, rotate, abs deepen. And back in. Go 1 more to the right. Hold when you're back here. Now reach your left fingertips away from your right. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. Deepen those abs. Hold for 1. Back through center. Stay. Same thing left. Keep your right arm reaching forward. Holding back there. Keep reaching fingertips away from fingertips. Hold for 3. 2. Deepen those abs. 1 more. Arm in. And then come all the way back to seated, nice and tall. Give your shoulders a little bit of a roll down. A little more room. Make sure you have room behind you. We're going to come into full roll downs with bent legs to start. If it feels impossible or it just doesn't feel good, straighten your legs out. That's absolutely fine. Reach those arms forward. Scoop back. Belly button to spine. Rolling just like we did, except we're going to keep going back. Keep going. So if you have the ball, you got to ditch it. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Extend those legs. Reach those arms overhead. Take a breath. Ribs stay tight around your center, so don't just let everything go. And then come back up, tucking your chin as you reach up, bend those legs in, and come back just to that little scoop. Now let's extend our right leg. Keep your left bent, roll back again. Even weight through both sides of your body. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Arms come overhead. Keep that left leg bent. We're gonna come back up. Holding when you're in that little scoop, extend your right, bend your left. Or extend your left, bend your right, whichever one you just did. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And then back up. Yes. Pretty soon. Hold, I don't know exactly, my love. Extend your right, bend your left. Holding. And reach. Come back up. Same leg again. It stays bent. Tucking. Right hip stays heavy. Extend your left, bend your right. Last one here. Keep that weight even through both sides of your body. We're gonna come back up. All the way, now bend both legs in and come onto your tippy toes. So if it was hard rolling all the way down with your legs bent, keep your feet flat, maybe extend them a little further. If you want an extra challenge and bent legs felt okay, come into just tippy toes. So really light weight on your toes. We're gonna roll back again, belly button in, super light weight on those toes. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep your shoulders back. All right, we're gonna come back up, keeping your weight light on your toes. You can see I'm just on my toes there. Tuck your chin, rolling, rolling, rolling up. Hold there, ready? If you want an extra challenge, come up here. So keep going to the next challenge. If you were flat, lift your heels. If you were on your heels lifted, lift a leg. Roll back again. And back, come back up, tuck. Nice little teaser prep. Drop those right toes down the left. Rolling back, even weight through both sides of your spine is your main priority. Rolling, 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 reach. Back up. Deepen those abs. Lovely, drop those toes down, take a breath, come all the way up to seated, have a little shake out there, and then let's come up to our 4-point kneel. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Perfect. All right, so finding that nice neutral spine, top of your head is reaching away from your heels and your tailbone. So thinking about that length through the back line of your body. Keep those arms pressing away, so we don't want to be here. We don't want to be here. We just want to be neutral through that shoulder girdle. And really make sure your knees are just hip distance apart, all right? So press into your left knee, your left shin, and the top of your left foot. Lengthen your spine a little bit. Your gaze is straight down. Kick your right leg out behind you and lift it up. So really reach through those toes. Keep that reach. You're gonna bend your elbows. Keep your elbows tight to your side like a tricep push-up. Bend them as far as you can comfortably go. It doesn't really matter how far. Bending that little bit, you're gonna feel your triceps. Press into your palms, straighten back up, and then tap this knee in. I'm gonna come this way a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna kick this leg out, lift it up, pressing through your left, bend those elbows, press them back up, tap in and out. So go 6 more like this. Bend and press, taking your time in and kick. 5 more. Bend. Your weight wants to shift left. Try not to let it. In and press. 4 more. In and kick. 3 more. Keeping neutral. Press through those palms. In and kick. Last 2. Up. In. Good job. Kick. Last 1. Bend. Press. In and kick, and then bend your elbows and stay. Wiggle your elbows forward so they're in a comfortable position. From here, you're gonna bring your right knee behind your left. And then kick out, turning to lateral rotation. So here, you're in medial rotation. Knee turns to the left. Here, knee turns to the right. Go 6. In. So the challenge with this is keeping your left knee underneath your left hip. Go for 4 more. Nice long necks, so don't go here, looking down, almost in towards that left knee. 3, last 2, last 1, in and reach, and then bend in and sit back to a shell stretch. So holding there, give those wrists a little shake out, give your shoulders a little roll out. All right. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So just keep in mind when we're doing those little tricep bends, those little tricep push-ups, those elbow bends, it doesn't matter how far you bend. You want to try and stay steady. So if you feel your shoulder blades retracting and you're just feeling really terrible through your neck and your shoulders, just go for a tiny bend. You don't even need to do the bend. Just listen to your body, all right? So hands again underneath those shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So we're going to start with our left leg, kick it out, lift it up, and then hold when you're there. So finding that length, press through your entire right knee, right leg, hold here. So now you're gonna bend your elbows, keep them tight to your side, hinging your upper body forward. So remember, you're not here. You're hinging, press through those palms back up, in and reach. Do that again. Control, in and reach. 6 more. Control, up, in and reach. 5 more. In and reach. 4 more. Nice long necks. In and reach. 3 more. Keep those ribs tight around your center. And back. Last 2. Right knee stays under that right hip. In and out. Last 1. In and reach. Now keep that leg back, bend those elbows all the way down, and then wiggle them forward just slightly so they're underneath your shoulders, holding when you're there. Left knee to the outside of your right, so you're medially rotating, and then you're laterally rotating. Your hips will move with you. In, core stays connected. In and kick. So left knee points to the right, left knee points to the left. Go for 5. 4 more. In, reach. 3 more. Nice long necks. Looking towards your elbows or that right knee. 2. Last 1. In, twist, hold in, sit back again to that little shell stretch. those shoulders a little roll, little shake for those wrists. Nice couple of breaths there, guys. And then come down onto your mat. So have your knees as wide as your mat. So you're gonna come onto your tummy, knees as wide as the mat. Can you see me there? And then my heels are gonna be squeezed together. All right. So when we're lying on the mat, it's really, really easy to just arch your back, press your hips down and go into your low back, and it will feel terrible. So we want to make sure that we're not going for too big of a movement, and we're always keeping our core engaged. So not in a really tight way. Like if you feel like you can engage your abs, and that would be like you're 100%, if you feel like you can engage them as much as you can, let go. So you're at about 30%. Just, you know, you don't need to have those abs on as engaged as you think you might. So just keep it a little bit of connection, all right? So now you can just have your eyes looking whichever way you want. Heels are gonna squeeze together. Start by engaging those abs just that little bit. So think of that belly button pulling into your spine. So not so much that you're arching your back in any way, just feel that little bit of connection. Squeeze your heels and lift your knees ever so slightly. They might not even lift, that's okay. Hold, and then lower them back down. So let's do that again. Abs engage that little bit, 30%. Belly button pulls towards your spine just slightly. Squeeze your heels together. When you squeeze your heels, you should feel your glutes. Now see if you can lift your knees just a millimeter. Hold, and then slow and controlled down. If you're looking one way, switch and look the other way or look straight down. Squeeze those heels, abs engage that little bit, and then little lift, super, super subtle, and control as you lower down. So try to keep your glutes on as you lower back to the mat. Go for 4 more. Squeezing those heels, abs are engaged that little bit. Lift and slow. Don't worry if you can't lift your knees. Mine are barely lifting. Again, abs, squeeze those heels. And control. 1 more like this. Squeeze those heels, abs engage, little tiny lift. This time, let's stay. So whether your knees are lifted or not, keep your heels squeezing together. Hold for 5. Can you keep that connection? Hold for 4, hold for 3, hold for 2. Feeling those glutes, last 1, and then release all the way out. Press yourself right back to a little shell stretch. Hold there. All right. And then 1 more on our tummy here. We're gonna do that little extension we've been doing the last couple of weeks. So remember, in our extension, we're never gonna come up to this position where we're looking straight ahead. We're always gonna be looking straight down so our neck stays in alignment. That's a huge part of this. So we're thinking of moving just through our thoracic and cervical spine. That's it, all right? So have your hands as wide as the mat, maybe above shoulder height or around there, just where they're in a comfortable position. Have your legs wide as well. And the nose just hovering off the mat, just ever so slightly. Now in this position, think length. Think of the top of your head reaching from your toes. Now here, it'd be really easy to press into your pelvis. When you come into your extension, we're not gonna do that. So listen carefully. Belly button pulls away from the mat just slightly. Think about 30% core engagement, ever so slightly. Now roll your shoulders back, open up through your collarbones, and then imagine a marble right in front of your nose. Roll the marble away maybe 2 or 3 inches, and then begin extending through your cervical and then your thoracic spine as you lift off the mat. So when you're lifted that little bit, think of your collarbones reaching forward as if there's strings on your collarbones and you're being pulled across the room. You have pressure into your hands, but not a ton of pressure. Feel that little bit of pressure. Hold when you're there, take a breath, think length. Can you lengthen even more as you lower all the way down? So do that again, come right to the mat, round those shoulders, relax your upper body completely, and then do that again. So start with your core, belly button towards your spine, roll those shoulders back, think of that marble, roll it away ever so slightly, reaching the top of your head away from your toes, holding here. Take a breath. Collarbones are reaching forward. Feel those strings pulling you. hold, and then keep those strings pulling you as you lower down. Keep lengthening. Try to get the top of your head over the edge of your mat. Hold there. Hopefully that feels good for your upper back. If you feel your low back, don't lift as high. Okay, let's try one more like this. Round those shoulders, completely relax that body. Now think belly button to spine, shoulders come back, collarbones are wide. Roll that marble away with your nose, lengthening as you lift. Stay here. So let's feel how strong we are through our upper back. Can we lift our elbows without collapsing? Keep reaching the top of your head away from those toes. Can you lift your hands without collapsing? Hold there, keep reaching, keep that core connected, just that 30%, right? And then lower your hands, lower your elbows, and keep lengthening as you lower all the way down. And then press yourself back to that chill stretch again. Take a couple of breaths there. And then let's walk our hands over our right knee. So really reach out for your left fingertips. Nice, couple of breaths there. Feel that nice stretch through the left side of your body. And then all the way across, right fingertips reach out, keep that right hip nice and heavy. And then walk those hands back through center. Let's step one foot back. So curl those toes under, step your other foot back, press yourself into a downward dog. Walk those feet out. Drop those heels. Lift them up. And then let's bring our right knee in, turn it out and drop down for that little pigeon stretch there. Let go of that right hip. So just take a nice couple of deep breaths there. Come down as far as that feels good. One more nice deep breath. Use that exhale to really let go. Hands back. Step back into that plank, left knee in, turn it out, and then drop down again. Again, just as far as that feels good. And then curl those right toes back under, left, and then press yourself all the way back. Drop those heels nice and low. Keep that tail lifting up to the ceiling, and then let's walk our hands into our feet. Right, left, right. Left, hang in that forward fold. Give your head a little rock back and forth. And then press through your heels, press through your big toes. We're gonna roll all the way up. And you are finito, guys. Thank you so much. Hope that felt good. Sorry for the noise. I thought that was going to be a really good, quiet activity. I'm nervous to see what my dining room looks like. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas. If I don't see you before, I am teaching a class, a mat class at the club, I think on Wednesday. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday at noon, maybe, if anyone wants to join that. But otherwise, I'll see you, I guess, next week.
Thank
all
you.
right?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas
you,
if I don't see you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.